Hi, I'm Sam with the City of Aurora, and today we are at Touché French Creole in downtown Aurora. Let's check it out and see what's cooking. Hello.
Hello.
Can you tell me your name and where we are?
I am Chef Keonte, and we are here at Touché French Creole.
In downtown Aurora.
Downtown Aurora.
So tell me when and where the concept for Touché began.
So it started, I would say, a little over 2 years ago. 2 years ago now, yeah. My business partner, Chef Ray, he came to me with an idea. Some flights and some time later, here we are. So
some flights later, so that means you actually took the pilgrimage to New Orleans.
We did, yes.
And you tried food. Did you meet local chefs, local restaurant owners?
Yes, we did. We went to a number of restaurants down there. Tried about 80% of each item on each menu. And then we got to walk in a few kitchens, meet a few chefs, and just really experience the New Orleans life.
And French Creole is this amazing mix of French roots and traditional flavors with Southern and soulful comfort food. So how is that reflected on the menu at Touché?
So yeah, I would say we have a lot of dishes that reflect that, from our catfish to our Southern fried green tomatoes, just to name a few.
And of course, you know, when I think of New Orleans food, of course I think of things like catfish and shrimp and grits, but I also think about sweets. Do we have any sweets on the menu?
We do. We have beignets, which is like our number one selling dessert now. Our beignets is fluffy pillow dough covered in powdered sugar and served with our praline dipping sauce.
Okay, so it's safe to say that if you come to Touché, you're not going to leave hungry.
No, not at all.
You're going to leave very full. Had you ever been to New Orleans before you took that trip?
I have not personally, but I do have some family that lives in New Orleans. So
the flavors have been familiar to you then?
Yeah.
Awesome,
Definitely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm pretty hungry. Should we go back to the kitchen and see what's cooking?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Chef Keonte, so we are in the supremely well-organized and well-equipped kitchen of Touché. Tell me what we just prepared.
So, what we just prepared is two of our apps. It is the short rib boudin balls, which is essentially the trimmings from our braised short rib dish. We form it into balls with rice, different various seasonings, lots of cheese, form it into balls, and then we three-step bread it, and we fry it. And then we place it on our plate with a tarragon and apple salad.
Tarragon and apple, why those two flavors together? That sounds really unique.
Well, they pair well together. The sweetness of the apples and the tartness from the tarragon vinaigrette. I think it it really creates a party in your mouth.
Awesome. All right, that's so cool. And then of course we have fried green tomatoes, which is something that I definitely think about when I think of like soulful Southern cooking. So tell me about that dish.
So yeah, it is our green tomatoes, obviously thinly sliced. Same way we do the short boudin balls. We three-step bread them and we fry them to golden brown. And then we serve it with a Cajun remoulade sauce, which is just mayo, whole grain Dijon mustard with a bunch of other seasonings and flavors. And then we top it off with a roasted corn relish.
Ooh, that sounds amazing as well. Okay, and I hear sizzling to my left, so I know that there's something else that's going on. Tell us what we're making here today.
Chef Ray, he is preparing our beef short rib. So he is cooking down some mushrooms, bacon. You're gonna get some nice flavor and color on there. And then he's gonna deglaze that pan with some red wine. And then he's gonna top it off with our red wine demi-glace, which is beef stock reduced down for like 5 to 6 hours, sometimes even longer. And then we add in burgundy red wine, reduce that down as well. and combine the two, and then it creates this wonderful, beautiful, luscious sauce that we pour over top of the braised short rib.
Something I've always been curious about is what cooking with red wine adds to a dish, whether it's used in a sauce or a glaze. Can you tell me more about that?
It adds a depthness of flavor, and it also adds color and body to it as well to eat sausage today.
And is there any specific way, we have a lot of shrimp dishes, red meat dishes. Is there a particular way you prepare meat in the kitchen here?
So yeah, this short rib was slow roasted. So we slow roasted and braised. So braising is just slowly cooking down our short ribs, which we get from Whittingham. We sear it off, season it, sear it off, throw it in our oven with onions, celery, carrots, a lot of different vegetables, garlic as well. And then we add our beef stock to it, let it go in the oven for 5 or 6 hours. And then we take it out, and it literally, sometimes it falls apart.
Oh, that's so succulent. That's amazing. Is there anything that you love to do in the kitchen? So it could be a particular dish, it can be a particular way of preparing something, whether it's vegetables or meat, that it's your jam when you do it.
Me personally, I find myself gravitating towards the grill a lot. You know, I love grilling steaks, just anything that has to do with grilling. That's where you'll find me at a lot of the time.
And where did that come from? Did you grill a lot in your family growing up?
Me, my dad, we were just grilling yesterday, actually. Always firing up the grill whenever it was a little bit of sunlight out. No, he would have us out there grilling, as well as my grandfather as well.
So the grill is definitely your spot. Does it have to be meat? Did you like vegetables on the grill?
Anything, fish, vegetables. Maybe if I could, I would grill some desserts on there too.
Speaking of desserts, are we making any today?
Yes, we will see our beignets today, which is just our dough, our beignet dough that we make in-house. We fry it till it's golden brown and delicious, loaded with powdered sugar, and it'll be served with our praline dipping sauce, which is it's toasted hazelnuts and crystallized sugar that we blend together, and it's like a hazelnut caramel sauce, essentially.
Okay, so when you were in New Orleans and you're doing your research, what an incredible way to do research, eating tons of food and talking to tons of chefs. Was there anything that struck you as unique? You know, I know you said Chef Ray was kind of the one that nudged you about this idea, but did you have an aha moment when you were in New Orleans about what Touché could end up being like?
For me, I think it was the service was something that stood out to me down there a lot. Every restaurant that we went into, the servers really made us feel like we were one of their own, and that's what really stood out to me, as well as the flavors, the food, just the whole vibe in itself of New Orleans is something that I've really fell in love with.
That's a great point. I think any great restaurant, the food is a key part, but then the hospitality is another part. So what's the staff training like at Touché? What's your team like here?
So yeah, we're all pretty close knit, I would say. It's not too many staff members here, but we all a smaller location. Mm-hmm. But that also, helps us be closer together, sort of like a little tight knit family, I would say, yeah.
That's wonderful to hear. And I know that I've been smelling a lot of wonderful things as we've been here. So I think maybe we should sit down and try some food.
Yes, let's do it, yes.
All right. Okay, Chef Keonte, can you tell us what is on the table for us?
Yeah, so I'll start here. Here we have our fried catfish with the jambalaya at the very bottom, and on top of the jambalaya is our braised greens, and it's topped with our Creole sauce. Next up, we have our short rib boudin balls, and then these are our fried green tomatoes, our signature beignets covered in powdered sugar with our praline dipping sauce, and then this is our braised beef short rib.
And what is the braised short rib sitting on?
A bit of mashed potatoes, creamy mashed potatoes, and it's topped with mushroom red wine sauce.
Yum. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite first of the fried green tomatoes because this has been on my mind for a while. So I have to know, Chef, what inspired you to get involved in the kitchen? I mean, there's an artistry to creating dishes and to making them. So where did that begin for you?
Yeah, I would say probably with my mother/grandmother. I was always in the kitchen with them while they were cooking, tugging on their apron, trying to see what they were doing, trying to be involved. And yeah, from there it just didn't go away. So it just kept building.
When you think of home and family and things that you watched your family members prepare, what comes to mind? What types of food?
Definitely stuff similar to this. I ate a lot of catfish as a kid. I would watch my grandmother. She would eat tomatoes, not fried, but she would just go back in her garden, eat tomatoes like with salt, and yeah, just take a bite of a tomato. It was a little weird for me watching it, but so yeah.
My grandma did that too.
Oh, okay.
And I never knew that tomatoes could be eaten with salt before.
Yeah,
I saw her do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of like home style cooking. What are some things that you, once you started studying and going to school for, to create dishes, what were some of the first things that you started learning?
Cutting, knife skills, definitely. And I say one of the things that they taught us a lot was braising.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because it's kind of like a forgotten art, I would say. A lot of people tend to not braise enough these days, so that's like real special to my heart for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah.
So if I was going to the library and I was going to check out a book called Braising for Dummies, what would that opening paragraph sound like? What are like the must-haves in order to start braising meat?
Good cut of meat. The vegetables, the mirepoix, the vegetables, which is the onions, celery, carrots. A good broth. Okay. Whether it be chicken, beef, or whatever. And
does that add moisture?
Yes.
Broth?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That is what essentially put the meat in, and so it doesn't dry out.
Got it. Okay.
And then thyme. You need to let it cook as long as possible.
So to start the day at Touché, what does that look like? Because that reminds me, time, you come in, you have a hungry round of customers coming, maybe braised beef is what they all want that night. So how does the day start in the kitchen as far as preparing?
So yeah, thankfully we have a good team here in the morning. Our day here typically starts at 8, 9 o'clock. On days that we have to do the short rib, that is the first thing that we do, because it takes like 5-6 hours to do. And then everything is done with very meticulous and in order.
I have to say, you are totally right. It just melts off. I can taste all of the moisture. Is this where we have a red wine sauce in here?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm not an expert, but I'm definitely getting those notes.
Yeah.
It really is amazing. I have to ask too, and this may be a silly question, but chefs now are portrayed in media so often. What do people get right and what do they get wrong about the day in the life of being a chef in a restaurant?
It definitely is a lot of hours, but I would say I don't do a lot of yelling. A lot of yelling as people make
Okay.
So
it's a calmer environment than what we see on TV.
Yeah, but it definitely gets hectic back there, but you don't see me, I don't do a lot of yelling. It's not.
So you're from Central Illinois.
Right.
So Aurora is a bit of a new landscape for you. What stands out to you about the city?
The people of Aurora really love Aurora. Yeah, so like every time there's an event down here, it's a nice turnout to it. And that's something I don't typically see a lot of in Central Illinois. So I like that about the city. So.
Have you taken part in different types of food and cuisine in Aurora yourself? Is there anything that you like around town?
I do enjoy frequenting a lot of the Mexican restaurants. Yeah, a lot of tacos. That's like one of my favorite things to eat, tacos. So yeah.
Then you're in the right place. Yeah. But you know, something that is really unique about Aurora, I think, in recent years is the breadth of cuisine that we have, especially downtown. So I think Touché is really adding to that texture. And this has been super informative. There's so much going on in each of these dishes. I want to thank you and Chef Ray for putting this amazing spread on for us. I think I'm going to hunker down and just keep eating. So thank you so much, Chef Keonte. This was wonderful.
Thank you.